Hey everyone, welcome back to Nomigo, your daily destination for practical AI news. Today is the 1st of May 2026. In this episode, we are looking at 10 stories that matter for builders, operators, and anyone tracking where AI is heading next. This week has a clear pattern. Every layer is moving at the same time. Data centers, chips, cloud platforms, multimodal models, healthcare applications, research labs, industry influence, and governance questions. If you only look at one headline, you miss the real signal. The real signal is acceleration across the full stack. First story. OpenAI published a new post called Building the Compute Infrastructure for the Intelligence Age. The key point is simple. Demand is rising faster than normal planning cycles, so infrastructure cannot scale linearly anymore. OpenAI describes Stargate as a long horizon build-out, not a short campaign. Why this matters? Model quality depends on training compute, serving compute, and reliability at peak load. If capacity is constrained, product teams cannot ship fast experiments, and enterprise customers see higher latency and stricter limits. So this is not only about bigger models. It is also about uptime, deployment speed, and global product reach. Second story. Techno reports that TSMC is accelerating its 2-nanometer expansion and targeting 5-fab ramps in 2026. This is one of the strongest signals that AI demand is now shaping semiconductor capital planning directly. Why this matters? Chips are the physical bottleneck. Better nodes improve performance per watt, and power efficiency determines total cost of ownership for large inference fleets. If foundry capacity rises, cloud providers and model labs can expand faster with better unit economics. Third story. AWS announced major updates at What Is Next with AWS 2026. They introduced Amazon Quick, expanded Amazon Connect into 4 agentic solution areas, and deepened collaboration with OpenAI models on Bedrock in limited preview. The bigger meaning is platform consolidation. Enterprises do not only want one model API, they want identity controls, observability, compliance workflows, and integration into existing business systems. AWS is positioning itself as the orchestration layer where agents can move from demo to production with governance built in. Fourth story. NVIDIA launched Nemotron 3 Nano Omni, a multimodal model that unifies vision, audio, and language. NVIDIA highlights up to 9 times better efficiency for agent workflows compared with fragmented pipelines. Why this matters? Many teams still chain separate models and spend extra compute on handoffs, format conversion, and context reconstruction. A unified model can reduce orchestration complexity and improve response consistency. That means lower latency and lower costs for real-time assistance. Fifth story. Google DeepMind shared research on AI co-clinician systems. The framing is important. This is not about replacing doctors. It is about designing workflows where AI supports clinical reasoning, improves context retrieval, and helps with safer decisions under time pressure. In practical terms, healthcare adoption depends on trust, traceability, and human accountability. Co-clinician design fits those requirements better than full automation claims. This is a strong sign that healthcare AI is entering a deployment phase grounded in workflow design, not only benchmark demos. Sixth story. CNET covered a study suggesting large language models outperform emergency room doctors in selected diagnostic cases. The strongest takeaway is collaborative care. Human plus model often performs better than either side alone. Why this matters for non-healthcare viewers? The pattern generalizes. In many expert domains, the winning architecture is not human or AI. It is human with AI, supported by clear escalation rules and transparent decision logs. Seventh story. MIT announced the MIT-IBM Computing Research Lab focused on AI, advanced algorithms, and quantum-related directions. This expands the frontier beyond pure scaling. The strategic point is diversification. Labs are investing in new algorithmic pathways, while industry invests in massive infrastructure. If both tracks succeed together, the next leap could come from better methods plus more compute, not either one alone. Eighth story. Time released its most influential AI companies list for 2026, highlighted by TechNode coverage. The list emphasizes real-world impact, industrial deployment, and social influence rather than single benchmark wins. This matters because market power is now defined by distribution, integration, and execution speed. Strong labs need strong channels. Strong channels need durable model and tooling ecosystems. Influence is increasingly multi-dimensional. Ninth story. Ars Technica reported that OpenAI Codex system prompt includes an instruction to never talk about goblins, among other behavior-shaping directions. It is unusual, but it reminds us that hidden prompt layers shape product behavior every day. For builders, the lesson is governance by configuration. Safety, tone, refusals, and persona all depend on system instructions and policy layers, not only base model weights. Prompt governance is part of product architecture now. 10th story. Wired reported courtroom remarks suggesting XAI has used OpenAI models for distillation-related training approaches. The claim is framed as common industry practice by some participants. Whether one views this as routine or controversial, it shows how competitive dynamics, legal frameworks, and technical methods are tightly linked. Model ecosystems are rivals in public and interconnected in method. So what is the full picture for this week? Infrastructure is scaling. Chips are ramping. Cloud platforms are packaging agent workflows for enterprises. Multimodal architectures are becoming more efficient. Healthcare is moving toward practical human-AI collaboration. Research institutions are opening new long-term tracks, and governance questions remain central. If you want to go deeper, all original articles are linked in the description. Tell me which story you want a dedicated deep dive on next, and I will break it down from product, technical, and business angles. Thanks for watching Nomigo. Stay curious, and see you in the next episode.